Wastage.
We're outside Corsica Studios for Boiler Room Session 65, the Deep Medi session, and we've managed to catch V.I.V.E.K. How was your set?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was something different. I've never done something like this before, so yeah, it was kind of mad because normally the people are in front of you, but they were sort of behind you. So
how did you find that?
Well, it's just I don't know. I don't know how I found it. It was all right. It was cool. I mean, at the end of the day, I was just playing music, and you know, actually, in saying that, whether they're behind me or in front of me, it doesn't really matter. They're there to listen to the sound. So
basically, you could be either in a massive club playing your sounds, or just at home. It wouldn't really make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I started off at home. You know, so yeah, it kind of in some ways felt like I was at home.
Did you notice the webcam at all, like sitting at the front?
I saw a light. I didn't realise that was a webcam.
Ah. But well, your whole set's been caught on camera.
Now you've told me, innit? So now I know. That's cool. That's not a problem.
You also had Eyes Down out in June on Deep Medi. Have you got any more releases coming up on the label?
Yeah, I've got another 12 coming out, hopefully in November, but I'm not going to say what that is.
Okay, keep it elusive.
Top secret Medi information. Nah, it's just now how I roll. I'd rather just put it out rather than talk about it. And then,
we heard it first on the Boiler Room.
Yeah, and then really next year it's about me sort of doing an album, and I've been working on it for some time now, and yeah, just sort of I've got quite a few tunes, but it's putting an album together is more than, for me, it's more than just having an abundance of tunes and sort of just putting them out. It doesn't really work for me. I want it to sort of gel, and I'm finding that quite hard to sort of tell a story with my music.
So that's what you're trying to do with the album, try and tell a tale of your musical background.
For me, that's an album, you know. It's sort of like, it's a start to finish. It's got a start, a middle, an end. Obviously, like I'm going to put some dance floor stuff on there, but I'm not just about dance floor. I want, you know, for me, like album is sort of, you know, say you've got to drive somewhere or something, you put a CD in for an hour and you just listen to the music, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this, you know. So for me, that's an album.
And there's certainly a difference between putting out, say, an EP and an album, because a lot of albums from this particular scene, it tends to be a case of you can't just jump in and listen to a few tracks. You've got to listen to the whole thing for it to make sense.
Well, I think that's down to the individual. Safe, brother, big up. That's pretty much down to the individual. Obviously, some people, when they buy an album, they buy it for certain tunes, and some people, you know, they want to get the whole experience. So, for me personally, like, an album is nothing like a 12, and it's nothing like an EP. You know, it's a lot more, and at the end of the day, man, music for me is this emotion, isn't it? So that's why for me I find it difficult just to sort of just concentrate on doing one sound, because you're never happy and you're never sad. Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad, you know what I mean? And for me, like, that's music for me is a lot deeper. It's, you know, it's my emotions, isn't it?
You're totally right about the emotional side, because whenever I listen to a record, whether it's quite deep or dark or quite uplifting, it always will then change the mood that I'm in.
Well, it can change the mood, and it can encapsulate the mood that you're in. So I think,
absolutely.
I just think sort of, you know, it's dance music, and it's sort of literally been taken as dance music, but there's so much more to the sound, and you know, I think people just need to sort of, if anything, sometimes you've got to take a couple steps back to go a step forward, and I think, you know, also,
you sure that's not just one step back?
No, I just think like, obviously this music is crazy. It's the first sort of genre that is post-internet, so you can see how it's flourished. But you know, with that you get the negatives and the positives with it. But for me personally, it's all about that old sound.
How do you mean post-internet?
Well, it is, because it's the first new genre of music that happened after the internet. House didn't happen after the internet, it was before the internet. Drum and bass never happened before the internet, after the internet, it was before the internet. So this music has sort of, like, it's the first music that's really sort of gone with the internet and the whole thing of, like, anyone anywhere can listen to your sound, and that could never happen before. I was listening to drum and bass back in the day, it was tapes. You know what I mean? It was only if someone came here, or if someone sent the music abroad, people would know about it. But in the day, it was a London, England thing. Now it's worldwide music, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining, but
Well, I remember interviewing DJ Markey earlier this year, and he learned to mix using cassette tapes. How the fuck he managed to do that, I've got no idea. But as you say, it has changed a lot.
But actually, in saying that, I started off with a tape deck, and I started off with a tape deck and a turntable with no pitch. So I'd play the tape, and then I'd sort of mix the vinyl, and then no pitch, and then sort of push it, and sort of stop, you know, like speed it up and slow it down to sort of mix. So that was my sort of foundation. So yeah, I don't know how he done it with tape though. He must have had pitch on it or something.
Got no idea.
Yeah, he must have had pitch or some sort of that.